So for my first video, I figured I would do a tough one. I'm going to do a two-parter. We do fried turkey indoor, and we do fried cauliflower. Before you go, ooh, cauliflower, I'll explain more on that later. It's terrific. We use the turkey breast that's on the carcass that we get from Walmart. It's easy to cook, and it tastes great once you've injected it. We inject it with the Tony's injection we also get from Walmart. It's really easy to inject. I put the injection into a cup so it's easier to use the injector that comes with the kit. I cleaned my sink out and I put the turkey in there after I've cleaned it, wiped it down, patted it down, trying to get it as dry as I can. That's really important. I'll explain more on that later. There's the basket that we put the turkey into, and the special tool from Butterball that comes with it. I'm going to put a link for one of the Butterball turkey fryers on. It costs you the same amount, but since I'm an Amazon affiliate, I get like $1 or $2 if you buy one. Kind of helps support the channel. When I'm injecting the turkey, I inject into one hole and then I move the injector around. Make sure to pat the turkey dry as much as possible, inside and out. Pat it dry, pat it dry, pat it dry. It will pop and everything a whole lot less as you put the turkey into the deep fryer. So we take the turkey, put it into the basket. With just the breast on turkey, it fits really well. You can do a whole turkey in there and tilt the legs back and stuff. Again, we do it the nice, easy way with just the breast and injecting it, and it tastes great. So then we take the turkey with the little magic handle, lower it down into the oil. Don't do it in a hurry. It will pop and cause you all kinds of problems. If you do it nice and slow, even with this one, I went a little quick. And you'll see here in a minute that I put it in the oil and then pick it up just a little bit and put it back in the oil. So now we cook it at 4 minutes per pound. This was a 9.3 pound turkey. So we did this one for just about 40 minutes. You don't really need to open it up to check, but I thought we would show you it cooking. So we have a aluminum pan over there so we can use it to drain into that when we take it out. I use my Ove Gloves whenever I'm doing this stuff. I love these things. I'll put a link in there for these too. Again, it doesn't cost you anything more to buy them from the Amazon link. It just makes me $1 or $2, nothing major. But these Ove Gloves are terrific. They used to be on the As Seen on TV stuff, but I don't even see them on TV anymore. So the two little hooks that are on that basket will hold the turkey up, unless you're dumb like me and you put in a little too much oil. So I had to lift it up and let it drain a little bit. Of course, that's what I have that metal pan, throwaway pan for, so we'll move it over there and let it drain. You can use whatever you want to get out of the pan. It sometimes does stick to the side a little bit. I've got a steel spatula that's really heavy duty, and I just lift it over onto my pan from that once it's cooled off a little bit and drained all the way. Then I use my electric knife to cut it up. I am not a professional carver. I can get the job done. I get all of the meat off of it eventually. Once I've got the two big breasts off, I lay it down on the plate and I slice it up usually into about 1/4-inch slices. I don't like turkey breasts that much because they're dry, but once you inject it and deep fry it like this, they are moist and they are very tasty and easy to do indoors. So now for the ratings. Our rating system, we use the number of chefs, 1 being a lazy chef, 5 being a full kitchen chef. For the prep time on the turkey, there's going to be 2 chefs. For the number of ingredients for this is going to be 2 chefs. Unique ingredients for this, I'm going to give it a 1 chef because you're going to use everything you've got. For the unique equipment for this cook, for the turkey, I'm going to give it 5 chefs because you do need a butterball or one of those types of turkey fryers. I will put a shortcut in the description for the turkey fryer and the Ove Gloves. Again, I love using the Ove Gloves.
But wait, there's more.
And on to part 2, fried cauliflower. But wait, don't kick off the video yet. Fried cauliflower, think fried, not cauliflower. What we do with the fried cauliflower is we blanch it first, which means you put it in a pot with room temperature water. You bring it up to a boil to blanch it. It usually takes about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, depending on how much you've got in there. I've got a nice big full pot here, and I'm just showing you the size of the florets that I've cut the cauliflower up into. Once you bring it up to a boil again, 3 to 4 to 5 minutes, or until it's fork tender. You can stick the fork in there and it doesn't sink the cauliflower down to the bottom. This is kind of an important step, but don't overdo it. If you overdo it, then it kind of comes apart when you deep fry it. Once it's done blanching, I drain it into my strainer. Again, I've got a link for this sink strainer. This thing works great. You don't have to worry about your sink backing up and getting into your food and anything. And it fits basically any sink, it looks like, because the little arms stretch back out and forth. Again, my link doesn't cost you any more off of Amazon, but it just makes me $1 or $2 or something, depending on how much the item is. So our ingredients are a couple of eggs, some milk, we need a bowl, we need some salt. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a egg wash for the cauliflower. Put a couple of eggs in. Then we're going to pour in just a splash of milk. Exact amounts don't really matter. Incorporate everything, all mixing it up. I use the Progresso breadcrumbs. These things are terrific. You can get them at about any store. And then we put those and the salt into this little mixing bowl. This thing works really great if you're going to do any kind of mixing. Again, I'll provide a link. Because what you do is you put your breadcrumbs or whatever you want to mix the stuff into one section of it. I put about a cup or 2 of the Progresso breadcrumb. Then I put for every cup, I put about a tablespoon of salt. A little extra salt's not going to hurt you. The more salt, the better in this recipe. Incorporate it all up. And then we will put the bowl back together. So what we do is we put the cauliflower through the egg wash. Just get them nice and wet. Once the top of the bowl is full, just put the other bowl on top of it and flip it over. All the breadcrumbs and everything will then coat the cauliflower or whatever you're doing if you're using this with something else. And then you just shake it back the other way, and all the breadcrumbs and whatever go back down to the bottom. So you're not wasting, and it seems like you get more breadcrumbs per mix out of this than just doing it in a bowl. Then I just put the cauliflower into the bowl and rinse and repeat until you've got all of yours done. And again, I just do my second batch here, just like I did the first. Making sure to coat it all. Now this part doesn't require the Butterball turkey fryer, but if you have one, it makes it a whole lot easier because you can do a whole head of cauliflower in one cook. Just makes it a whole lot easier. And when we do it, we always do turkey and cauliflower together. Just drop it into the hot oil, cover it up, and let it cook until it's golden brown. Usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes. Once it's done, just use the magic tool, pull it out so it's not all hot. And again, you could hook it right there and let it drain, but dummy me had my oil just a little too full, had it above the fill line. So you want to let it drain really well. Again, use my Ove Gloves. And I have a plate with a couple paper towels just to dump them out on. Oh, a couple got away. Can't lose those. So usually what I do here is, while this is cooking, I'm letting the turkey cool down, and then I would cut it up. So this is our end results. So for the rating system on just the cauliflower, it's a little different. For the prep time, it's probably a good 3 chefs. For the number of ingredients, it's also a good 3. Unique ingredients is also a 3. The good thing about these is they don't really go bad. Unique equipment could be either a 1 or a 5. If you're going to have the Butterball turkey fryer to cook them all in at one time, it's a 5. If you just got your own little deep fryer there, you can take it down to a 1. Just don't overcrowd it so that it cools the heat off too much. So we do the turkey and the cauliflower year round. It seems like we can always get the breasts that are on the carcass at Walmart anytime we want. In 45 minutes of cooking time and prepping time, we've got a nice Thanksgiving type meal. So if you try it, let me know. If you got any suggestions on something you'd like to see me try, let me know that in the comments below. Thanks.